Hi, I'm Jason Debley. It's been a while. Haven't done a whiskey review all summer. I basically took the summer off without warning. Got deeply into a new hobby, golf, and bought new clubs, took lessons, joined a club, trying to figure out my swing, and on it goes. And when I get into a hobby, I get really deep into it. So playing like 3-4 times a week. I won't bore you with the details, but that's where I've been. No illness. A couple of people emailed me wanting to know how I was doing. So okay, with that introduction out of the way, I'm back. I'm going to infrequently do some reviews. Still busy with golf till the season's over in September. Have today Jim Beam Single Barrel Kentucky Straight Bourbon. So this bottle's almost gone. I've been enjoying it all summer, coming back to it. I have several bottles, but I come back to this one. And my initial comment for you is that when I first got it, it's not the type of bottle that you pull the cork, and speaking of which, it's not cork, it's kind of a silicone thing, but hey, good for the environment. When I first got this, I did pull the silicone cork, pour myself a dram, didn't really let it oxidize or anything, and took a sip. And it was good, but I didn't really give it a fair shake, and I wasn't impressed. But once the bottle had been open a while, and also when I pour a dram, wait like 5-10 minutes for some oxygen to get in there, the flavor is better, it is more interesting, less sharp, less maybe astringent. So, what's the story on Jim Beam's Single Barrel? Single barrel has been kind of in vogue lately. The idea that, you get a bottle of whiskey poured straight from the barrel. And that's usually in the Scotch world, we call it cask strength. Jim Beam are saying we've got some barrels, we're pouring, and we bottle and we number each one, trying to give that small town or handcrafted feel to it. I mean, Beam Global is an enormous organization, but hey, they're trying, and they individually number them. Alcohol by volume on this is 47.5%, no age statement. I should tell you about the Mashbill. You've got some corn, a rye, and malted barley. The percentages, it's mostly corn. I got it written down here, 77% corn, 13% rye, and 10% malted barley. So, interesting combination in the Mashbill. Sometimes when there's more rye, it becomes more spicy. But not always true, there are exceptions. Okay, what can I tell you? Let's try it. On the nose, cinnamon, oak, a little bit of mint, caramel. It's herbaceous. It's good. Nose is good, not incredible. But with bourbon, I find the aroma is not as complicated or complex as, say, with Scotch. It's good though. It's your classic bourbon, limestone kind of soil note to it in a good way. Okay, let's try this. Initially, there's a sweetness, but loaded with spice, wood spice, oak, caramel, blackened toast with a bit of honey on it, maybe just a little bit of honey, especially a blackened toast, bit of a wood char. It's good with caramel. It's good. It's the palate is good. And this is straight with no water added. You may want to experiment with a little bit of water, like a 1/4 of a teaspoon to a shot, and just see what you think. I like it without water. The finish is drying. There's an evolution from an initial hit of sweetness and spice. By the finish, you've got drying cinnamon, rye bread, a little bit of kind of like a sourdough mash in there. Apples, cooked apple, vanilla. Apples with cinnamon. So, is it good? Yes. Price, very attractive in the US. Not expensive. Worth the money. In Canada, it's a bit more money, but it's worth it. I think it's a very good Kentucky Straight Bourbon for somebody who wants to step out of the Scotch whiskey world. It's got some strength. Although it's like over 90 proof, it's well blended, so it's good. Jim Beam Single Barrel gets a thumbs up. Take care, and I'll be bringing you more reviews.